belts, everyone.
Please let this be a normal field trip.
With the tech? No way!
Cruising on down Nyquist, you're relaxed and feeling hot. Next thing that you know, you're seeing instability in the boating plot. Surfing on a sine wave, swinging through the phase. Take a left at the complex axis, turn right at the next decade on the Magic Fusion. Navigate a network, climb on the Magic Fusion. Route a locust too.
Take that.
On the Magic Fusion. Craft a step up in voltage. On the Magic Fusion. Such a fine thing to do. So bring your clicker to your seat. Use a J instead of I.
Come on.
Always keep your squares complete. You might get 2/3 over pi on the Magic Fusion. Step inside, it's a wilder ride. Come on, ride on the Magic Fusion.
Mimi, Mimi.
Isn't it so cool that we get to have this internship at the Belmont Power Station?
Yeah, I can't wait to start working.
Yeah, we hope we learn a lot.
Welcome, interns. I'm Miss Teklitz. Nice job, you guys already got started. That's awesome. So do you guys know what we do here at this power plant and the problems we're trying to solve?
You guys are a power company that generates power at a constant frequency.
Yeah, this is important because here in the US we run at 60 hertz with all our appliances, and in the UK they ran at a little under 50 hertz, which is what their usual is, and all of their appliances started running slower than usual, which caused some major issues with timing.
That's awesome, guys. Would you mind spending some time explaining your block diagram?
Alright, using the generator model, we derived the open loop transfer function, which we then put into an open loop diagram.
The inputs to our system were the generator power and the load power, and the output was the frequency, but we weren't sure what to use for the generator damper and the energy to power ratio.
So in our generators, these are 5 and 4.
Alright, so I really understand everything on the board, but I really just need to see this in the field.
You know what that means? Let's go on a field trip. All right, guys, get ready for this adventure.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, field trip.
Get in the Magic Fusion. Buckle up for adventure. Welcome to the frequency domain. Let's go check out the root locus and see what it can tell us about the stability of the block diagram. All right, guys, so now we're just driving up the complex plane, and on your left, you're gonna see some complex poles, but on your right, what do you guys see?
Nothing.
Nothing. That's because there's no unstable poles. Do you know what that means?
That means our system is bibostable.
Awesome, nice job.
Whoa! 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 What was that, Miss Teklitz?
Well, that was just a disturbance, Brennan. What happened is everyone must have turned on their TVs for the national curling competition.
That makes sense.
So what do you think we can do to mitigate that?
In order to reduce steady state error and mitigate disturbances, we need some kind of controller.
That's proportional.
And integral.
Nice work, guys. A PI controller would totally mitigate disturbances, so next time the National Curling Championship's on, we won't have these kind of issues. Guys, I think it's time to return to the real world now, the time domain. Since our rise time is really small, our step response is super steep!
Whoa!
So do you think that you can implement that PI controller into a new design?
I should be able to. Using MATLAB Simulating Tool, I should be able to implement a PI controller to make a closed loop system. Let me just access the mainframe and we're done.
Nice work. Now we need to find our controller parameters. So what are our output specifications?
We want the rise time to be about 1/10 of a second and the settling time to be about 1/5 of a second. We want pretty much no steady state error.
All right, that sounds good. So what does the model say about that?
Since we're using a proportional integral controller, we're going to need two control parameters, a Ki and a Kp. After running some numbers in MATLAB, it looks like our Kp is going to be 180 and our Ki is going to be 70.
Man, I feel so much better about feedback control systems now.
Yeah, but next time can we go on a normal field trip?
Oh.
Beep, 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 beep.